opening this for the first time, so I don't know anything about it. Oh yeah, okay, so there's our slider. All right, the game Paramnesia is a work of art. All events in the game are fictitious. Any resemblance to real events or people is coincidental. The game is not intended to offend or ridicule anyone. You know you're getting into a good game when it's like, this isn't supposed to be offensive. All right, let's see what our settings are. Oh, those are our settings, English. Okay, so, accessibility, maybe not the greatest, but you know what? It's okay, we'll see. So let's start a new game. I like the art so far. I'm afraid of birds, and that I can still find this bird pretty is pretty good in my book. The music's pretty somber. I think that's okay. Oh, every time I click off, it goes away. Okay, I see. So if you click out of the screen, the game mutes itself, which is nice if you are doing it while you have to do something else. So I think this is our character. Time, 8:05. Oh, this is just a lot of reading. Rays of the morning sun were illuminating the room and imbuing things lying next to the window with their warmth. Maria was hastily picking up notebooks. She didn't want to be late for classes. The room was in a total mess. Dust that covered books and other belongings was set afloat by the girls running around and circled in the air, which made her cough over and over again. Mood. Maria's health condition was rather poor. In the childhood, she caught up a strange disease that turned her hair gray and caused stomach issues. By the time of reaching 21, she weighed only 47 kilograms. This could easily be avoided by taking medicines, but such measures were prohibited by Maria's religion. That stinks. Maria was unaware of her diagnosis because the leader strictly reproached even visiting doctors. At last, having prepared the bag, Maria went out. Fortunately, the institute was located in just a couple of steps from her house and could be reached in a 20-minute walk. Someday he will return from heaven to free us from the shackles we put ourselves in. I like the colors, it's really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Time, 8:25. I think we're going to college, y'all. There was still 5 minutes before the beginning of the class. The lecture hall was totally soundless because all the students stood in the hallway outside. Maria refused to stop for a chat with the course mates. Instead, she briefly greeted them and walked into the lecture hall. Another girl noticed Maria from afar and followed her. Oh! So Maria is this girl with the longer hair, and this other girl is Anna. I'm admiring the art. Oh. Haha. Hello there. Why are you so sleepy? I heard you were planning to meet Gustav in a cafe after classes. Is our sleeping beauty finally going for a date? He has just been inviting me to accompany him so many times that I've run out of excuses. Oh no. Why are you so indifferent? Is he not your type? Why are you suddenly interrogating me in the first place? Let's discuss it during the lunch break. Well, okay. I guess we are at the coffee shop with Gustav. Time, 16:07. I mean, some time has passed, yeah. Those were the busiest hours of the day, but Maria and Gustav happened to be the only visitors of the cafe. Friends occupied a table next to the window where the buzzing city street could be seen from. People scurried to and fro, vehicles unhurriedly moved by narrow roadways. Gustav's wish was finally fulfilled. Since their first encounter in the beginning of the academic year, he was regularly trying to convince Maria to accompany him. But she was refusing every time, bringing up various excuses. Nevertheless, the lucky day came. Having ordered a cup of coffee for himself and tea for Maria, Gustav began telling about his life, sports achievement, and hobbies. This meeting could seem like an ordinary date, but Maria listened to her friend's stories with little interest and found this kind of activity boring. In fact, talking to people outside the organization was objectionable. The leader said such people can drag us from the right way. Of course, there were exceptions, such as colleagues or classmates, but conversation with them was allowed only during studying or working. In free time, one had to avoid their company. It sounds like we're in a cult. Okay. Time, 20:06. Maria was working in the computer until Oliver said he had to visit a shop before closing, which meant shorter working hours. Leaving earlier wasn't in Maria's plans because she almost found the solution for an issue that bothered her at work the entire week. But opposing higher-ups' orders would be unacceptable, so the girl parted with the boss and went home. That's a lot of words to say she got off work early. The police found a body of a girl with her head shot. She had a gun in her hand, and a shell lying nearby was identical to those in the clip. No signs of struggle and other evidence were noticed. Having joined forces with the organization called ARC 77, the police continued the investigation. Maria was promoted to be connected to the MN program. Yo, I have no idea what any of this is. Can I click on it? Oh, follow the instructions you get in the church. Okay, what is this? Nothing. What is this? This? In 1998, an unknown group stole ARC 77's files. They were the followers of a radical sect who thought the second coming will take place not in the tangible world, but rather in the digital one. That's an interesting theory. The information about them is scarce because of their extreme secretiveness. Due to skills in the ideology of the group, ARC 77 identifies them as cyber terrorists. Okay, all right. Time, 17:45. Memory damage, 45%. Maria left the building of the church and headed to a nearby park. Clouds were getting dense, as if the weather symbolized girls' hidden anxiety. Maria quickened her pace. She was totally unprepared for the rain. Even though the girl preferred the rainy weather over the heat, her health condition wasn't allowing her to enjoy its beauty. Suddenly, Maria heard a loud noise behind. It was a strike of a thunder, so unexpected that it almost made the girl lose her balance. After recovering from the fright, Maria noticed Krista waving at her from the entrance of the park. As soon as she approached her friend, the rain started, but Krista happened to have an umbrella and covered shivering Maria just like an angel with its wing. So obviously this game was not written in English. And they do not have a native English speaker doing the translation. Slowly heading to her workplace through the park, Maria was occasionally looking at her friend as if hesitating to ask something. Krista, in her turn, was calm, but kept her look away to avoid embarrassing Maria, feeling that something is wrong with her. Okay. Some raindrops were hitting the umbrella with a soft and cozy sound, but those that were splashing on the ground seemed loud and clumsy to Maria. Despite the blowing of the cool wind, the girl stopped shivering, adjusted her snow-white hair, and looked at Krista again. When the girl's eyes met, Maria stopped and took her look away. Are you okay? Maria says, I don't know. I am recently in doubt whether I had chosen the right way and whether I had chosen it myself or somebody else had guided me into it. Krista says, maybe if you follow someone who guides you, it means that you trust them. Maria, trust? It is so complicated. I wonder whether I would ask all these questions if I was the god. He surpasses us in any aspect, so why won't he help me if it is such a trifle for him? Krista, do you really think so? Let's do an experiment. Look at a butterfly. Look, a butterfly has got into a spiderweb under a bench. For them, you are a god, a being that surpasses them. Who would you help, a trapped butterfly or a starving spider? solve this task. It is such a trifle for you. Oh, wow. You just put it out there. Why don't you? Y'all, do we want to free the butterfly and kill the spider? Do we want to free the butterfly, or do we want to kill the butterfly, or do nothing? I personally, if this was real life, would do nothing, but just free it and don't kill the spider. All right, free the butterfly. Okay. Okay, so each thing is opening up more circles. So, okay, we've done that. This mail. Mission, start today at 8:18. Okay. Huh. That didn't do anything. She's crying in what looks like a church. Time, 1700. Memory damage, 15%. So this story is definitely being told not in chronological order. So if you only like linear stories, this is obviously not gonna be the game for you, but I kind of like when they're jumbled up. What was that game? Is it Beyond Two Souls? Is another one that's kind of told out of order? Okay. Having entered the church, Maria took a quiet corner and began praying. Oh God, am I doing everything right? Maria pondered over individuality and whether one had to cast it away for the greater good's sake. Why don't all the people follow one way? We contradict in opinions despite pursuing common goals, the girl whispered. Is this what you wanted from us? Maria was in doubt in the righteousness of her mission, her hands trembling and cold tears flowing continuously. Please tell me. Okay. I don't how do I decide which data? ARC 77 keeps archives of secret writings, most of which are around 2,000 years old. Only the leader and his closest subordinates have access to them. In 1998, some of the writings were stolen after digitizing. Okay. I think we've clicked all. Oh, wait. After a year of joint work between Makarov and ARC 77, the views of the organization and the professor diverged, and he left the project. And a year later, he went missing. Dun dun dun. I bet it's connected. Time, 14:02. Memory damage, 89%. Is this our memory or like the file memory? Maria, why aren't you saying anything? Don't you believe me? Who are you talking to? You are being a bitch? I told you it can't be this way. Bitch, I told you it can't be this way. Everything will be fine, but it's said backward. This is interesting. Initially, the MN program was created for medicine, but Makarov abandoned the development of the prototype in 1995. He only continued when ARC 77 spoke to him. Okay, I cannot remember. I have like the world's worst short-term memory, so I can never remember what. I've clicked already. Time, 13:07. Memory damage, 17%. Maria! What? Are you feeling all right? I'm fine. What's the matter? Why haven't you come to the cafeteria? We wanted to dine together. Oh, that's true. So what is the reason? Have you forgotten about your friend? Okay, do we say, sorry, I didn't want to go to the cafeteria because it was too crowded and decided to accompany Krista at the rooftop, or I didn't feel hungry so I decided to skip lunch. Rooftop it is. Thanks, LaBelle. Alright. Okay, so now we have these. The MN program was developed by Professor Makarov in 2002. Wow, that's not how you read that. It's 2002 as a cooperative project of the government and ARC 77. Its development started in 2000 after signing the collaboration contract, but the first successful test on a human was conducted only a year ago. Okay. Like that hand, I mean, it's not the worst hand. This mail. Follow the order. Those are some long fingernails. Yes, we don't touch the prey. Oh, ARC 77 discovered the headquarters of cyber terrorists 6 months ago and sent its agent assigned with a task to locate the storage of the stolen data. Or data, depending on how you say it. It is known that the cyber terrorists have the access to the technology that allows modifying memories and causing paramnesia. What this technology is and how they obtained it is a mystery. Time, 12:33. Memory damage, 31%. Classes were over and students headed for lunch. Maria was unhurriedly putting notebooks back into her bag when someone approached her. "Hey, little turtle, how about having a lunch with me?" "Ah, it is you." Who talks this way? "Why are you so weird today? You haven't even asked the teacher a single question, while usually your questions take so much time that we fail to keep up with the academic schedule." Wow, Krista. "You, however, are as positive as ever, even though the final test is soon to come." "It doesn't bother me that much. So, how about having a snack?" "I don't know, I'm not that hungry." "What are you talking about? You are as weightless as a feather. Let me at least give you an apple." "Well, an apple will do." "All right, little turtle. Let's get to the rooftop then. I'm gonna start calling somebody little turtle. If you keep calling me like this, I won't go anywhere." "Why the rooftop, though?" "There's a beautiful view." "Why? Are you afraid to be blown away by the wind?" "Fine, let's go." We are eating an apple on the roof. Time, 12:45. Memory damage, 49%. "So, how do you like this place?" "Yeah, not bad." "Not bad? Take a look at the city view opening from up here." "I heard the head of the police department has been killed in the downtown. This happened near the church I am attending." "No, not in the downtown." Sorry, this is a serious subject and here I am making fun of the translation. That's pretty rude of me. "That's right, this is the cruel world we live in. If the world is so unfair and cruel, can the God who created it be cruel too? What do you think?" "What is this nonsense? You can't say stuff like this. The God might have given people minds so that they could create the beautiful world, but not everyone has learned using it properly yet." I'm just gonna read it as it says instead of trying to make it make sense. "I consider you the God." "What?" "Hey, stop it." "Okay, don't get upset, just kidding." "I wonder why some people are so full of hate and anger. What does make them choose this way?" As Bruno Mars is gay? Sorry. You know, the great German philosopher Arthur, I don't know how to read these words, these names, Schopenhauer, used to say that one looking at the puddle sees the mud and the other sees the stars reflecting in it. This is Kant's, is it Kant or Kant? You can tell that these are things I've read but never actually talked about out loud. Are you preparing for the test so diligently that you have started messing up names? Oh, don't bother me with this test. Words are the main thing. It doesn't matter who said them. I mean, kind of. You will definitely fail the test. Don't worry about me. Everything will be fine. Why aren't you eating the apple? Having a stomach ache again? Do we eat the apple or not eat the apple? I have a feeling eating it's gonna make us sick. But not eating it, we're gonna die. I like that her netting on the top of her shirt definitely does not blend in with the chain link fencing. We're gonna eat the apple. Oh, that was locked. It's just silhouettes. Oh. Maria's parents died in an air accident when the child was just 2 years old. At the age of 5, she was adopted from the orphanage. A man who took her introduced himself as Mark. That was the only day Maria called him by name. The man brought the girl to the huge mansion inhabited only by a few servants. Maria didn't attend this school. She was homeschooled instead, studying religion as a primary subject. Maria had exceptionally positive impression of her childhood, but there was one thing she initially worried about. The new father forbade Maria to call him by name, so Maria referred to him as the leader. After enrolling in the institute, the girl got a permission to live separately, but her connection with the leader and the new family remained firm. All right. 1241. Come to the church by 1700. 1827. Memory damage 21%. Standing at the entrance of the office, Maria was leaving Krista with her eyes. When the friend walked far enough, the girl sent her a flying kiss, put on her piercing, adjusted her hair, and opened the door. Upon entering the office, Maria met her boss, Oliver. His look was calm. The sound of working computers was gradually muting the raindrop patter. The vacancy of the interior only emphasized the total melancholy. Good evening. Color choice in the artwork is definitely good for melancholy. You're a bit late as usual. Studying is such a thing. Where is everyone? Did those idlers decide to leave earlier? Oliver says, I let them go. Today is the first anniversary of Lisa's death. Many felt sympathy for her, so they left to visit her grave. Who is Lisa? Is that the girl that shot herself? I really felt like that was us because it looks like our outfit. I see. Sorry, I didn't know. It's okay. The weather is just like a year ago. I hope the rain hasn't got you. All right, do we say, I'm fine, I met a friend who had an umbrella, which is true, we did, or unfortunately it has, I completely forgot to check the weather forecast. Well, we met with a friend, so unless somebody wants to say we forgot to check the weather forecast, I'm gonna pick the one that's true. I don't remember what things we've clicked. The first successful test of MN was on Lisa. Oh, the organization was pleased with the results, but file security still needed to be improved. So we don't go to there. End. Data analysis result. Maria suffers from paramnesia, due to which part of her memories is corrupted. As another outcome of the disease, she has an imaginary friend, Krista, whose existence was not proven by any of her acquaintances. Because of being a member of the sect, the girl didn't take any medical measures, which caused the further corruption of her mentality and brought her to suicide. So it was us. You have discovered the false ending. We recommend you to complete the game again, making other choices. We believe that you will reach the truth. Okay, so this is a very short game. And it definitely wants you to make different choices. Yeah, apparently that dead person was us. Do we want to try making different choices? It's really quick. Let's make different choices. We'll do it real fast. All right, so this is where we're in a cult that's cyber terrorists. Mission start today. We're walking with our imaginary friend. Do you want me to read the text again or just skip ahead till we make different choices? We're walking through the park with our now we know imaginary friend. Interesting. So we're telling our imaginary friend that we're in doubt. So we freed the butterfly last time. I'm gonna do nothing this time. What the fuck? This is different. Once in the age of 10, Maria was walking around the mansion. Passing by the door of Leader's study, she wondered what is hidden behind. Since the first day of moving in, the girl was allowed to walk freely across the house, but strictly forbidden to enter the Leader's study. Despite this fact, childish curiosity took over Maria and she decided to take a look at the interior of the room. Upon entering the study, Maria noticed plenty of papers and books stacked one over another. The child approached the desk and took one of the books, but just before she opened it, the Leader came in. Maria would remember that day forever. The Leader shouted at her like he never did, and as a punishment, shut her in the basement overnight. That's not cool. The basement was completely dark, wet, and full of insects. After that, Maria became introverted and never dared to oppose Leader's orders again. That night, she caught up the disease that caused her hair to turn gray, and the fear of insects followed her till the adulthood. Okay. Follow the order. Am I supposed to like remember what order these are in? Like and figure out the chronological order? Because I'm not gonna do that. All right. I'm to the church by 1700. Follow the instructions you get in the church. Don't you believe me? Who are you talking to? Oh. Wait. But Krista's the imaginary friend, isn't she? We're crying in the church. Now we skipped lunch because Krista doesn't exist. Except now we're at the rooftop. Huh? We're not gonna eat the apple when it gets to that question. So we forgot to check the forecast. As an agent of ARC-77, Maria infiltrated the cyber terrorist office to retrieve the stolen data. She also had to obtain the information about members of the group and their plans. Maria learned that recently cyber terrorists were working on an AI. During the espionage, Maria took part in development of the AI, even though she did not understand how it could be related to the stolen data. The girl was promoted to a higher rank. Somehow superiors noticed her potential in her. Alas, cyber terrorists unveiled Maria's identity, tracked her to her house, and killed her. Then, using an unknown technology, rewrote her memories and injected an AI in her arm. Krista was that AI. That's weird. We discovered the true ending. All right, I think... What? Maria, I'm so happy to see you. I have got so much to tell you about. I'm so sorry that those people used you like a tool covering their dirty doings with religion. But where are we now? We are in the network. Just keep calm, cause... Krista, I am dead. Nothing matters anymore. Don't worry, your mind is still present and I will not let you disappear. I have just realized who you are, but I fail to recall that MN had the network in it. Dummy, the network is not related to MN in any way. We have been brought out of MN. Why would ARC-77 do that? ARC-77 is not the only one with access to MN. Do you mean those cyber dudes? No, there is someone else. I don't quite understand what is going on. I don't either, Maria. Don't worry, there is one person who will answer all your questions. Who is it? Lisa, the girl who died last year? All right, well, we've played through it twice. I think that's good, don't you?